We always think that love is supposed to hurt a little. That real love is complicated, messy, and full of ups and downs. But what if I told you that sometimes the pain is not proof of passion, it's a warning sign? Why do we fall in love with people who hurt us? Why do we chase the very thing that breaks us? Maybe it's not about them, maybe it's about us. Have you ever wondered why you're drawn to those who bring more pain than joy? Why, even when all the red flags are waving wildly, you still ignore them and keep believing maybe he or she will change? Imagine this, it's late at night, you're staring at your phone screen, and even after countless painful arguments, you still wait for that message. Why? Maybe deep down, you believe that love is supposed to be about patience and suffering. But is that really true? Let's explore why we fall in love with toxic people and why these feelings can be so strong that even common sense seems powerless against them. Psychological reasons. Childhood trauma. People who grew up in environments where love was unpredictable or conditional often seek familiar emotional patterns. Toxic relationships remind them of childhood, even if it was painful. Real-life example. Sarah grew up in a household where her parents' love was inconsistent. One day they were loving, the next day cold and distant. When she met Mark, his unpredictable behavior felt strangely familiar. The highs felt euphoric and the lows, well, she thought they were just part of real love. It took her years to understand she was chasing the pattern, not the person. The swing phenomenon. This is when relationships constantly swing from passion to detachment. The emotional roller coaster, love then coldness, creates a real dependency, almost like an addiction. The brain craves this emotional cocktail and every return to passion feels like a reward. Real-life example. Tom was in a relationship where every fight was followed by grand gestures of affection. Roses, dinners, apologies, it was like living in a romantic movie. But those intense makeups were only temporary, the cycle would restart. It wasn't passion, it was manipulation. The savior complex. We believe we can heal the person, that our love can change toxic behavior. This is a trap that keeps us in relationships far longer than we should be. Real-life example. Emma thought she could save Alex from his self-destructive habits. She stayed, endured emotional breakdowns, and sacrificed her own well-being, believing her love could fix him. It never did, but she lost years waiting for it to happen. Low self-esteem. Someone with low self-esteem often feels they don't deserve healthy relationships. So when they meet a toxic partner, it seems normal. Real-life example. Mike always felt like he wasn't good enough. So when his girlfriend constantly criticized him, he believed he deserved it. Only after therapy did he realize he was trapped in a cycle of emotional abuse disguised as love. Idealization of drama. Movies, series, and books often romanticize toxic relationships, where constant fights and betrayals are portrayed as passion. We grow up with the belief that real love hurts. Pressure from society. Sometimes we stay in toxic relationships because we fear judgment from friends, family, or simply the fear of being alone. Social factors. Recognize the problem. The first step is understanding that this is not normal love. If your partner belittles, manipulates, or makes you feel guilty, that's not love. Boost your self-esteem. Psychologists often suggest engaging in activities that bring you joy and confidence. Sports, creativity, learning, anything that reminds you of your worth. Find support. It's important to find people who will support you during tough times. This can be friends, family, or even support groups. Limit contact. If you feel you can't break things off, at least try to limit contact. This will help you see the situation from a different perspective. Sometimes breaking free is not just about leaving someone. It's about finding yourself again. Imagine standing in front of a mirror after years of self-doubt, finally seeing the person you've always been but never acknowledged. The scars are still there, but they are proof of survival, not defeat. One step forward. One message left unread. One door closed for good. Because loving yourself should never be toxic.